Your Humanities Half Hour is brought to you by the Northern Marianas Humanities Council, navigating the human experience together.
Hafaday Tiro, Happy New Year, and welcome to Your Humanities Half Hour. I'm Catherine Perry. You know, every time, this time of the year, we try to focus on something related to health because we know everybody is focused on having better health in the new year. And it's my pleasure to have in studio a longtime member of our Marianas community here to share his knowledge and his experience, Dr. Daniel Lamar. Dr. Lamar, Happy New Year.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me to share.
Yeah, it's such a pleasure to have you. I think most people know you as a medical doctor treating families. You are also a naturopathic doctor, or naturo, that's the way I want to say it, naturopathic. What is naturopathic medicine and how did you become interested in it?
Well, when I first went to college, I went for about a year and a half and then I dropped out because I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do and I just wanted to travel. And I did that for about a year and a half, and then things were happening in my life that made me decide I really need to focus. And I ended up in the military for a period of time. And after I got out of the military, first when I was in the military, I asked to become a medic, but they happened to make me a military policeman.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So then when I got out, I had started thinking a lot about what I eat and how it affects my health, and I became pretty much a vegetarian at that time. And I started studying about plants and many things related to health, and got really interested in natural medicine and the health benefits of plants and how you eat, and spent a lot of time learning about plants in the area where I lived, which was on coastal California, the chaparral growth in that area, and went on hikes a lot and had different gardens. And I decided I was going to go back to school and become a doctor. And first I thought, well, I learned about this naturopathic school of medicine that focused on natural healing. I was really interested in that. So I said, okay, I'm going to do this. And so I had to go back to college. University of California, San Diego is where I went back to. And when I went back, I got really interested in science and all this is really fascinating. I thought, well, I'm not sure if I'm going to be satisfied with the science that I'm going to get in naturopathic school, so I'm also going to go to a regular medical school too. I'm going to do both. Mm-hmm. So I first went to naturopathic school for 4 years, and then I could have gone on to medical school right away, but I thought, well, I want to practice as a naturopathic physician, so I really learn and get grounded and experienced in naturopathic medicine.
So what is naturopathic medicine?
Well, in my training, I studied the common sciences that you study in any medical school: anatomy, physiology, microbiology, all of the basic medical science, typically pathology. And then for clinical sciences, we focused on using natural methods, you might say, using botanical or plant medicines, using nutritional science, and we had a lot of classes in nutrition and application of it in terms of the food you eat and the science of nutrition. We also studied and used traditional Chinese medicine, acupuncture, pressure, had a whole year of study in that area. Studied other aspects of physical medicine, like a chiropractor. Some of my teachers were chiropractors, some were osteopaths, physical therapists. So we applied all of those methods, and some that are not common, like hydrotherapy. And then I studied natural childbirth. I used to help deliver babies at home as a naturopath. In Oregon is where I practiced. I also taught students and helped them learn to do the things that I was doing. I was the dean of a clinical teaching clinic and the dean of clinical sciences, and I had done that for about 8 years, and then I realized that I was getting older, and if I was going to go to medical school, I should do it sooner than later. So in my mid-30s, I went back to medical school, traditional medical school at Oregon Health Sciences University, and that was 4 years. I graduated from OHSU in 1990, and then did a residency in family medicine. I was interested in pretty much everything. You know, every field clinically that we would get training in, whether it was, you know, internal medicine, obstetrics and gynecology, surgery, all those fields, orthopedics, I really enjoyed and learned them well, but to go and focus on just one seemed too limiting to me. I wanted to go to a rural area where all of my skills would be needed. So I decided on family medicine for my residency. That was another 3 years of training.
And in 1993, you came here to Saipan.
Yeah, I did my residency in Colorado in Fort Collins at a community hospital. And then I was considering all these different options: Alaska, Indian Health Service, in migrant clinics in Oregon, for which I had done some training in during medical school. And I got a postcard in my residency trying to recruit me. It had a picture of a palm tree overhanging a beach. And I go, wow, that looks really cool. And I inquired about it. And what it was a job in Guam, working for FHP in an outpatient clinic where all I would do was basically adult medicine outpatient. And I thought, well, no, that's too limiting for me. So I said, no, thank you. And then just before I left the house to go to look at other opportunities, I got a phone call. I went back in the house, answered the phone, and they said, hey, we know you don't want to go here to Guam and do this, but you should check out Saipan. There's a doctor there, Dr. Stearns, he needs somebody to help him. His partner left, and they described it to me. I called Dr. Stearns. He told me about there were white caps in the lagoon all the time, because I really loved to windsurf. And so that kind of sold me.
And here you are, how many, 30 years later, I think?
I came in 93. Yeah. I've been here
Okay.
ever since, practicing either in Saipan, Rhoda for 2 years, Tinian just intermittently to help out over there. So
well, I want to make sure we have time, because you and your assistant Marco have really surprised us with your effort. You just came from your farm in Montepucha where you grow all these medicinal plants. Which would you say, I mean, did you cultivate these plants, or are they growing naturally on your farm in Sinapeg? Tapucha.
Both.
Okay.
There is one plant in particular that was there that it just happened to be there. Wild coffee happened to be there, which got me interested in growing coffee. And those were primarily there. Most of the others I planted, except for There's bitter melon here, the wild bitter melon that just grows.
Let's jump right into it. Can you tell us what you guys have brought today?
Sure.
And before you do, I'm going to say I'm going to drink my water now because you instructed me to drink water.
Okay.
And a few minutes after that, well, the viewers and listeners are just going to have to figure out what happens.
You can go ahead and eat a couple of those.
Oh, I have
after the water.
After the water.
Yeah, your water's good. Thank you. So these seeds here, these are from one of the plants we'll talk about. There's 3 there.
It's this one.
Those are the seeds. You can see they're got.
So I'm going to take in. You're going to tell me after the break what I'm taking.
Okay.
Marco, should I take this? Okay. All right.
Go ahead. I'll eat some too.
What? Do I chew it?
You can just chew it and hold your mouth.
Oh, it's soft. Okay. Please enlighten us on what are some of the things you have here and what they're good for. This is bitter, by the way.
I'll just introduce them and then we can talk about them more a little bit. I've got yellow ginger or turmeric.
You might as well tell us now because I want to make sure we have time for people to find out what this is good for.
This is very common here, of course. Many people use this, familiar with it. Turmeric or yellow ginger, curcuma longa is the botanical name. This is one of the best general anti-inflammatory plants that you can use. And this is available to buy as a powder, dried powder. And this, you can slice it up, make a tea out of it.
That's how I use it.
It's used as a spice in curries and all these different foods. And
so it fights inflammation.
It's anti-inflammatory. It has curcumin in it, the primary ingredient, but there's many other curcumoids and substances that you get in the whole plant that you don't get when you just take the isolated compound. That's one of the differences in naturopathic medicine is that we like to use
the whole,
the
original,
because there's many substances in a plant other than just the primary active ingredient that really potentiate the effects of the active ingredient and also can make ultimately there be less side effects sometimes that you get with medicines.
Absolutely.
Okay, so
I have that at home. I drink that as a tea mostly.
Yes, and there's one thing that you can do to make this much more potent.
Okay.
You grind up some pepper and you take it with pepper.
Oh, I think I've heard that.
Piperine and pepper will help you absorb it much, much more better.
Okay.
Because
pepper.
It will help prolong its life in the bloodstream and help you to absorb more of it. And you can absorb 1,000 times more if you use black pepper with it.
Okay, I've learned something very helpful already. Now, what is this? This looks very similar. I'll take that one.
That one, you can hold it up and compare.
Okay.
This is just regular white ginger, okay? Now, this is actually a little variant of it from Hawaii. And Mark will pick this, and it's a little different now that I see which one he got. So you can also grow white ginger here, all right? And white ginger...
It's quite fragrant, I know.
And it's... we often make a tea using lemongrass, which is here, okay?
Oh,
lemongrass.
Here, I'll get go ahead.
Okay, is grown commonly. And lemongrass is used to spice certain Thai dishes. And
it's also fragrant.
It's fragrant, has a lemony type smell. This has a type of substance that's converted to vitamin A.
Okay.
Different than the typical carotenoids that are in yellow things. But there's a form of vitamin A that can be derived from this.
Wait, so what's the white ginger good for?
White ginger is also very anti-inflammatory.
Okay.
And this one together, they're really, really potent, and they're really good for people who have chronic pain. They can help with arthritic pain, pain in general. Okay, it's kind of like taking a ibuprofen or one of the anti-inflammatories. We call them NSAIDs or non-steroidal anti-inflammatories. They're not
Okay.
steroids,
Take your word for it.
which will help with pain and inflammation, but also have many side effects. So these basically have very little in the way of side effects, but a lot of the benefits. Now they're not like right there, it's gone, but
Over time.
it's like it's cumulative in a sense, and they're a little more subtle, but they're also very powerful, especially like used together for pain and inflammation in general. Pain is often related to inflammation. Okay, from trauma or some other something else that might cause inflammation. Okay.
Okay.
There are many things.
We're going to take a quick break, and
Okay.
then we're going to come back and you're going to tell me what it was I just ate
Okay.
and why.
Did you drink any water?
I did, but
Take another sip.
we'll be back drinking water and talking about naturopathic medicine after this break.
All right.
Hafaday, Zantiro. I'm Leo Pangilinan with the Northern Marianas Humanities Council. We'd like to take a moment to thank our generous sponsors who have made possible the many programs in our community like this show. We couldn't have done it without them. And if you value the work we do and would like to make a contribution to our efforts, we ask that you consider making an in-kind or cash contribution to the Northern Marianas Humanities Council. Any amount is appreciated, and donations of up to $5,000 qualify for an educational tax credit. We appreciate your partnership and support. Sidhus Maasi, Olomai, and thank you.
Welcome back. We're chatting with Dr. Daniel Lamar about naturopathic medicine and things he's brought from his farm in Monteputchau to teach us about. Dr. Lamar, okay.
Try your water.
I had some of these seeds. Now, what is this? It was bitter when I took it. I'm going to have some water. And I have to admit, I actually accidentally drank water earlier, but it turned sweet. It went from bitter to sweet.
What? The water sweet now?
The taste in my mouth.
Okay, well, drink the water. Is the water sweet?
It seems like it.
Did you put sugar in it? Is it sweet? Mm-hmm. So this is what's so amazing about this, is that you can...
What is it?
Say you like sweet things, but you have diabetes.
Yeah.
And you want to not have to put sugar in it, right? So you want to get an artificial sweetener or something like that. And they actually have some bad side effects and things to them.
Yeah, they do.
So the first time this happened, I thought my daughter was playing tricks on me when I went outside to do something and come back in and drink the water I had sitting on the counter because I was thirsty. And it just tasted so good. Soleil, did you put sugar in my water? Because I thought she's playing a trick on me.
Yeah,
She knows I don't want to put sugar in my water.
Yeah.
And she said, no. And I thought, come on, I can't. There's somebody put sugar in my water. And then later I figured out it was because I went outside, I ate a couple of these little seeds. And I went back in and I discovered this. And it doesn't happen for all people, but most people, they can't believe it. So you can make lemonade without any sugar, and you drink this and it tastes sweet.
But all you have to do is eat a few of these. I had 3 of them. What is this? Are you going to tell us?
That's the seed from the malunggay.
Oh.
Moringa oleifera.
Okay.
And this is a very common plant.
Yes.
These are the leaves. And this is one I really want to stress that this grows all over Saipan. Now, it's not indigenous, but it grows in Asia, in many places, and brought here, of course. And it's very common for people in the Philippines to eat it. They call it malunggay. It's got other names.
Yes.
And also known as Moringa oleifera. The leaves here are very high in protein. So this is thought that this is like one of the solutions for like hunger in the world, is that this will grow in very dry regions.
Okay.
It'll grow here where it's very tropical and wet.
Okay.
And what I do is I just take this and I strip the leaves. Now, they're kind of like beans that I don't want to eat it raw, so you can just steam it just a little bit.
Okay.
Like green tea.
Okay.
It's just steamed a little bit, and then they dry it. And so you can steam it just a little bit, dry it, grind it in the powder, and use it like a supplement in your food.
Okay.
You can like I'm used to doing is I make miso soup with it. My daughter really liked it, and I like it, and I'll put onions and garlic and miso and malunggay in there. And if I want to, and when you chew it up, the seeds are small, the leaves are small, and you don't chew them very well sometimes, so I will steam it a little bit, cook it a little bit, put it in the blender, grind it up some, and then I'll put it back in there. So it's more, I think, absorbable that way.
Does it help with like blood pressure or anything like that, or no?
Well, all of these things can have benefits with blood pressure overall.
Okay.
And if you know, I'd like to come back sometime and really focus on eating and health.
Sure.
And how that affects us. And the more we eat fiber in our diet, the more we eat whole foods, we affect what grows the bacteria that grow in our gut. We affect how well things move through us. And we can lower our blood pressure simply by that.
That does make sense.
There's so many things that can affect blood pressure. So, we can focus on like specific things a lot more in the future. There's a lot of generalities, but in general, using plant medicines can be very, very beneficial and helpful. Here, a lot of people don't want to take medicine. They say, oh, it gives me side effects.
Yeah.
But then I say, well, if you're not going to do that, then you should be doing all these other things with your lifestyle.
True.
That are really going to make a difference. And you should monitor the effects. You should see, well, how is my blood pressure? Should I really be taking a blood pressure medicine? Because even though I'm doing all these natural things, it's not working well enough. And so I think that's the benefit we have these days. We can titrate, we can use what we really need to between the natural things, between the pharmaceutical medicines that are available. And many people are unwilling to change their habits. And if you're unwilling to change your habits, it may be really important for you to take a medicine that your doctor wants to prescribe you.
What is this one? It's familiar, it's very fragrant, it's fuzzy.
It's kind of succulent, the leaves are thicker.
Yes, I thought it was
a Mexican oregano.
Oh, it is oregano.
Yeah, and many people like to use this when they're starting to get a cold or something.
Okay.
Now everyone's got their...
How do you use it?
Well, I've done that some, but I'm not so used to using that. That's newer for me.
Okay.
What I'm used to doing when I'm feeling like I got a cold or something coming, there's two things I do. I gargle with apple cider vinegar. My throat's starting to feel itchy and scratchy, like it's going to get a sore throat.
Okay.
I do it right at the onset of it. I try to use the natural apple cider vinegar that's got what they call the mother in it. And it's not from concentrate or anything.
Yes.
And then I just gargle with that.
That little weird stuff floating at the bottom.
Yes. You can get that at Costco still. I usually get that with, I may dilute it half and half of water, unless you're really, really strong. You can do it full strength, but I usually dilute it at least half and half. Gargle with it about 3 times. I try to do that morning, like in midday and evening, and then often it doesn't come. And then I try to just, eat well. And then I also, I learned some of this from Marco too, is I'll take the lemongrass.
Okay.
I will take cooked lemongrass with ginger, turmeric, and I'll put some matcha green tea powder in there, and I will drink all of that, okay?
Okay.
I will drink that in the morning several times in that day, and then I'm going to put calamansi in it as well, and then I'll eat a few of the calamansi just whole.
All that potent
I'll chew them
stuff.
all up.
Yeah.
And when I used to be working, I remember on Titinian one day, and I was seeing just patient after patient with, influenza and this outbreak, and I just, every hour or two, I would just chew a calamansi. And I felt like that really kept me from getting sick.
This one I'm not familiar. Oh, is this, what is this?
This is unusual. This is a little bit like the maple. The maple has something like this, but it's like this. It's like a wishbone, and it falls down, twirls.
Oh, wait, there's a seed here at the end.
This one, see how it twirls?
Oh, yeah, wait,
Okay.
I think I remember these from when I was a kid.
This
How cool is that?
is from the American mahogany, not the Philippine mahogany.
Okay.
And there's some of these on many places in the island. They make a big pod. The pod dries, And then these seeds will kind of come out of it.
Oh, cool.
And it's really pretty too when you look inside that pod, the way it's all organized in there.
What's it good for?
This is very, very, very bitter. So it's one of the most bitter things I've ever had.
Okay.
There's a small little seed in here, right in this little area here. This small, flat little white seed kind of looks like a pumpkin seed, but it's white. And when you chew on that, oh, you know, people say, oh man, why'd you give that to me? Then I have them drink some of this after they've eaten a few of the seeds. But it's good for many things. It's good for circulation. Bitter things in general are good for us. Okay, and this one in particular, you can look on the internet and you'll see this. They sell it as sky fruit. Now, what they're trying to promote it for really is something like Viagra.
Oh.
That it helps with the blood flow in the body.
Oh,
to certain
okay.
parts
That
of the
does
body in
make
particular.
sense. Okay.
But it has many uses beyond that. And I'm
All
just showing that there's so many things here. Now, a lot of these things aren't really indigenous here. They've been brought here. There are indigenous plants.
Like kangkong. Talk to us about these real quick.
Okay. So this one here,
We've got about 3 or 4 minutes.
this one here is the bitter melon.
Okay.
I think some people call it amagoso.
Yes.
And this is more bitter than the bitter melon that typically you buy, and it's like a big cucumber.
Yeah.
And then you like cook it a little bit, and it's really bitter, and it's known to be good for diabetes. And this is good for diabetes. So many of these things can help with diabetes.
Oh, wait. Okay. How do you prepare that?
Well,
Eat it fresh.
yeah, if you look at me on some of the internet pictures I have of me, or on the WhatsApp or somewhere, I have this big beard of green, and it's this, all wrapped around me like this.
Okay.
Just grows wild.
Oh, okay.
And this makes a little tiny yellow gourd.
Okay.
It's quite bitter, and I try to, when I see these around, I try to pick a few and eat them, and I think they're very good for me, and they are, because of the effects it has. It's quite bitter, and they're helpful for diabetes. These seeds are helpful for diabetes, malunggay in general. Many things here are helpful with diabetes and controlling blood sugar through different mechanisms. Okay, so for many people who just refuse to take medicine, they should be aware of all these other methods, and many do use them, and they will tell you that it really helps with their blood sugar.
And you also have some kangkong there in that jar, or that dish with you, and sweet potato tips.
Yes, that is here. So these are the tips of sweet potatoes, kamudi,
Yes.
and we plant and eat the sweet potatoes. And in particular, I like the sweet potato from Rhoda. It's purplish inside.
Yes.
It might first look white, but then it starts to turn purple. I like to bake those and just, I'll make them about this thick, and then I can bake them and they're kind of dry, and then I can just put them into my lunch or whatever, or snacks, and just munch on them. And then you can steam these, eat the leaves. If you eat them when they're very young like this, you can eat them by themselves. But
I think most of us like to cook it.
most of the people will cook it.
A little bit of garlic.
I'll let you pick it and eat it like this
saute.
sometimes. And the younger they are, the easier. And so I usually pick just the younger leaves and tips and use those. So all these green things we can use.
Can I ask you to, last but not least, we've saved the smallest for last, which is really not the last, because I know you got daok there, which is very good.
Oh yeah, the daok, we can talk about that real quickly, but this is gotu kola, and it's got a tiny little cleft right here, as opposed to another one that many people think is gotu kola. This is very important in traditional Chinese medicine, and increases circulation to the brain, to the retina of the eye. Really helpful with diabetes to increase the microcirculation in the eye and help prevent diabetic retinopathy changes.
Wow.
This one, marsh marigold, or pennywort, I think some people call it. This is different. It doesn't have the cleft. It looks a little bit similar, because these will get big as that also. But this is more waxy, and I haven't found much information about this, but many Asians like to use it and think that it's helpful for blood pressure.
Okay.
But I haven't seen the documentation of that.
Okay.
Now, I've seen studies on this, and there's good studies showing that this does really affect the circulation to the retina of the eye and other microcirculation throughout the body that is helpful, helping to minimize the effects within the eye that can be related to your blood sugar changes, diabetes. So we can talk about more and more of all these things, but you can see it's it's complex. There's so much here.
Just from your farm in Montepucho.
Yeah, now this was growing native on my farm. I've never saw it growing anywhere else.
Can I see it? I want to make
And
sure
you
I
can
can
see there's some
identify
roots, there's some little roots right there.
it. Oh.
When people bush cut,
Don't mind if I take this home.
and there's rosemary there too, which is really helpful for many things.
You know, at the beginning of the show, you were talking about all the different parts of naturopathic medicine, this being just a small part of it.
This is botanical medicine,
Yeah.
but it's related to nutrition.
Right.
And spices. So, you know, Hippocrates, the father of Western medicine, is reputed to say, let food be your medicine and medicine be your food.
Can I eat this raw?
Oh, yes. I eat,
Okay.
I eat it quite a bit. This is in the carrot family.
It's bitter.
And you can see it's a little bit like carrots, somewhat.
Well, thank you so much for, number one, the good effort you and Marco did to go out and collect all these things at your farm.
It wasn't very hard. It's just all around us.
Well, you're very blessed. And any final thoughts or tips you can leave us with before we close?
It is the new year. I think that people ought to focus on three main areas. Okay. In terms of lifestyle, what you eat, okay, physical activity, all right, and kind of our mental focus, our thoughts, our spiritual, psychological, mental health, okay? So I think that you can, there's so much to learn, but in general regarding food, try to eat whole foods, okay, and primarily plant foods, okay? The reason being that plants have a lot of fiber, animal foods have no fiber. So minimize the animal food and really increase the plant foods in your diet. Most people don't get enough fiber and plant food in their diet overall. Second thing is physical activity. It doesn't take that much to make a significant benefit. Just 20 minutes a week even would make a big difference. Okay, but if you can spend an hour and a half overall during the week between walking or some other cardiovascular type activity, and then strength, like some type of resistance training, like using your body, like doing push-ups. If you can just sit on the chair and do things that will get different muscle groups. You don't need weights, just like this. You know, you see it on TV. You know, just using the triceps, doing things that you're using your biceps, and you're lifting, and then you're using your joints. You know, you're going down and you're squatting, so that you can squat, so you can get back up. Many people my age can't do that anymore, right? So you want to be able to do the simple things that keep you functional as you get older. Otherwise, you become dependent on others a lot more. So, and then mentally, I think that caring about others helps you to care about yourself. That's healthy.
Do you feel we as people are caring enough for each other?
I think we are. One of the ways we do it is through time and intention. So sometimes we don't have time, but we can show it other ways. I think in medicine that's one of the challenges, that as physicians, as medical providers, we're so geared to, we have such little time often with patients. That's a big challenge with the medicine. It's hard to really give, I think, adequate care to a person in 10, 15 minutes and show it. So even though you care, it's hard to show it. So I think that having other available health providers to help physicians in general is really important. The nurse practitioners, the physician assistants, the nurses, a team that all works together, who all care and show it to their patients, to their clients.
And the patient can feel that too. When
Definitely.
They genuinely care.
Definitely.
Well, we want to thank you for caring enough to spend time to go and collect all these things, and for coming today and sharing your knowledge. So thank you for that.
You are welcome. I appreciate the opportunity, and maybe we can do it again sometime.
Yeah, much more to explore in naturopathic medicine.
Yes.
Happy New Year.
Thank you. Happy New Year to you and everyone else.
Wishing you a happy and healthy new year from myself and Dr. Daniel Lamar, naturopathic medicine and also a medical doctor, naturopathic doctor and medical doctor who has served many years here in our community caring for us. This has been Your Humanities Half Hour. I'm Catherine Perry.
Your Humanities Half Hour has been made possible in part by a major grant from the National Endowment for the Humanities. Democracy demands wisdom. Any views, findings, conclusions, or recommendations expressed in this program do not necessarily represent those of the National Endowment for the Humanities. For more information or to share your thoughts, contact the Northern Marianas Humanities Council at nmhcouncil.org or on social media at 670 Humanities. That's 670 Humanities.